Hello Libra and welcome to the Green Women Tarot. This is a reading for you for the second half of December 2020. So that's from the 14th to the end of December. And it's a fortnightly reading this time because with Christmas coming up, which I celebrate, it's a very busy time preparing for it, and then I'm busy celebrating it, and then I'm busy recovering from it. And I'm worried I won't have time to do a weekly reading through that period for all the 12 signs, hence the fortnightly one. And following on from that, I'm going to be doing fortnightly readings because, again, I have less time than I have had previously. Things have gotten busier. I've got full-time work, so I don't have as much time as I did. So having said that, Libra, this is a reading for you for the second half of December 2020. A general reading just to see what sort of energies are around you at this time, to see what's on the cards for you. But before we delve into the tarot reading, I need to consult the oracle. And this is the Compendium of Witches Oracle today that I'm going to be using to draw a couple of cards from to start your reading off with. So let's see what words of wisdom the mysterious oracle has for Libra for the second half of December 2020. What messages are here for Libra for the second half of December 2020? What does Libra need to know? Okay, Libra, you've got two cards that have fallen out. You've got the Artist, and this is about creative expression, finding enjoyment in expressing yourself in a creative way. And that sort of also implies, like the embracing something unorthodox, not being afraid to be a little bit different, and this resurgence of creativity and being able to express that. And you've got the Comforter. It's about finding that soft place to fall, that gentleness, that finding the comfort and warmth in simple things that are safe and grounded. As I say, that soft place to fall, that shelter from difficult times. Choosing the right resources to build your nest, to build what brings you stability and security and comfort. So there you have it, creative expression and a soft place to fall with the Comforter and the Artist. So let's see where the rest of the reading takes you. Let's see what's on the cards for Libra for the second half of December 2020. What messages are here for Libra for the second half of December 2020? What does Libra need to know? So this is the Druid Craft Tarot that I'm using today, and I'll draw my go-to 8-card spread, which okay, we'll leave him there to start with, which is 2 cards depicting you where you are now, and the next 2 cards highlighting the challenges you face at this time, and then 2 cards to offer you some guidance from Spirit as you move on to the final 2 cards, which reveal your possible outcome. So let's see what you get. You start with Cernunnos and the Ten of Cups. And your challenges is the Chariot and the Seven of Pentacles. Then you have as your guidance the Eight of Wands and the Queen of Swords. That's your energy. And then you have the Nine of Pentacles and the High Priest, or the Hierophant. And at the bottom of the cup, the deck, is the Prince of Cups, the Page of Cups. No, it's the Knight. Sorry, this deck. Some decks change the names a bit. So it's the Knight of Cups, an offer. This is about an offer, often an offer of love. But whether or not it's romantic, this is an offer that's sincerely given, heartfelt, and full of passion and emotion. It's about a quest for love, a quest for emotion, a quest to understand and conquer your emotions as well. But for some of you, it may well simply be an offer of love. Lovely. So where are you now? You've got two cards here that speak of together they look quite contradictory. Usually the devil's more sinister, but in these pagan decks he's embraced, he's even given a new name, he's Cernunnos. So it's all about embracing who you are, being unashamed with the enjoyment you get from physical pleasures and accepting both the dark and light in a situation or within yourself in order to find that, in order to be able to embrace and enjoy what makes you happy. And you've got here the Ten of Cups, which is all about wonderful balance in a happy home life. Yeah. And another, I'm just a little disconcerted because another way of seeing these two cards together could be, for some of you, what seems to be a very well balanced and stable give and take loving relationship may well be one of that has the potential to become imbalanced and chaotic, in as much as it begs the question, who's pulling your strings? So I'll there may be an undercurrent in what seems to be a stable and balanced, loving relationship. Yeah, you do even have the Comforter here. Finding the right tools, the right resources to create a truly warm and safe place. But I get a sense, looking at the whole reading, it's more about the questioning is more about whether this balanced, seemingly balanced and loving relationship is true, or is it an illusion? Is it something that I get a sense of worrying about waking up from it one day and realizing that it's been an illusion and it's not what it seems. And there's this sort of need to be sure that what you're entering into is something that is truly a soft place to fall, something that's going to be stable and secure and long-lasting and balanced. Because it does look very much like a romantic sort of spread about relationships and where they're going. So it may not resonate fully with all of you, but just take what does. Your challenges here then are, this is about getting that, reigning in that balance, the Chariot's all about balance, but it's all about having a clear direction and a strong sense of purpose. So the challenge is to have that assuredness, that sense of purpose, and being able to take this possible relationship forward with a sense of self-assuredness and confidence that this is going to be something that's successful. The Seven of Pentacles shows that it reveals a sense of impatience, of wanting to get to that goal, get to that happiness instantly. But what's needed is a lot of patience and a lot of building up of something and working. You've got to tend that garden before it yields fruit, and then you've got to have the patience to wait for your hard work to slowly come to fruition as the fruits ripen, if you see the analogy. So there's your challenge, is to have that patience. It's not time to bring it to the end now. You've still got to work on it. You've still got to wait for things to develop, to mature. And the Eight of Wands here, this is your advice, Ro. It sort of suggests that the Eight of Wands is all about clear and open communication. For some of you, it may indicate a long-distance relationship and that it's actually going to take off. The Eight of Wands suggests unimpeded action, unimpeded direction. So, where you may feel that you're not getting it off the ground, that things aren't moving enough, you're reassured here that in their own time, at the right point, things will move forward quite quickly. Communication as well is important. And a secondary message of the card is to be sure that you're communicating clearly. And the Queen of Swords suggests you need to keep your head above the clouds. This is someone who is who may seem cold, but that's because she is using logic. She's not allowing her emotions to overwhelm and undermine her decisions. She is ready to make a clear, decisive decision using her integrity and her intellect, using her logic and her wisdom from past experiences to guide her. It takes you to a point where you realize that actually your own sense of independence is important. This is about, expressing yourself in a creative way, being independent, not being afraid to be a little different, a little unorthodox. But it sort of shows that this is a card of having reached attainment through hard work, perseverance and discipline. But it's a card of independence, not a card of togetherness. So I'm getting a sense, in order to be sure that this relationship is truly balanced and that and that it's strong and comfortable for you, there needs to be a sense of independence even within the togetherness. And the High Priest talks about mentorship, but I get a sense in this spread it's more about making this relationship formal, even if it's not entirely orthodox, and you have that sense of independence. It's sort of the High Priest is about doing things in the traditional manner, keeping to traditional ways, and allowing them to guide you forward. And ultimately, there's that offer of love that offer of that's sincerely given. You know, it's something that takes you to a point where you're ready to receive an offer of love, because you're now happy with who you are. You're now able to express yourself, to find that you're in alignment with all aspects of yourself, feeling whole, and therefore able to enter into a committed and long-lasting relationship. So I know it's a bit personal, but that's what's come up in the cards. Questioning the balance of what could possibly be a relationship, finding the impatience that it's not developing quick enough, needing that soft place for wanting it to be something that's truly deep and well-rooted, stable and secure, and then finding with clear communication and working hard at it, being patient and letting it develop in its own time, finding that things open up clearly and it begins to move in a clear direction. Remembering to keep your head above the clouds and use your intellect and logic rather than getting totally swamped in emotions, and remembering to hold on to a sense of independence, because that's important, that balance of being able to maintain your own identity rather than getting lost in a relationship, getting lost in losing your own identity in a couple, in a relationship, and then finding ultimately that you stick really to the traditional way of things, and allowing that to guide you and mentor you, and accepting that, or receiving the offer that you're hoping for, the offer of love. So there you have it, Libra. I hope you enjoyed your reading and that it resonates with you, and if so, please remember to hit the like, share and subscribe buttons, and then have yourself a good week. Oh no, enjoy the rest of the year, and God bless you till we meet again.